good evening, good evening. It's just so great to be out here. You don't realize what a treat it is to sit in the park for this length of time with nothing to do but greet people, you know, and get reacquainted with folks, enjoy a little food, something to drink. That is just a treat for all of us. And many of you know what I'm talking about because you're as busy as we are all the time. But I bring you greetings on behalf of your Make and Bib Commission. It's been our pleasure to be here with you all morning and the afternoon. Remember, never forget that Make and Bib is your government. You are the ones who pay the salaries for all the folks who work for you, who take care of your business, who take care of your service requests. You are the ones that tell us what you want to have done. You own all the buildings. This park is yours, and any other public buildings are yours, and people forget about that. I want to say congratulations to Mayor Whipple-Lou, because we love her, and we just are so happy that she has beaten them one time. She's going to keep on beating them because the people over there elected her.
That's right.
And they deserve to have their elected officials serving in office, and that's going to happen. And so we're just real pleased. I want to tell you just a little bit about Ask Elaine. Sarah probably should have told you about her radio program that's on Tuesday from 10 until 11. Every Tuesday on 100.5 is called It's Gospel. And on that program, she has a lot of community information, church information, but she also has citizens to call in to the program. Well, for the last year and a half, we have had a public information program on. It's called Ask Elaine. And a number of you have called in to the program. I hope that all of you listen to the program every Wednesday from 3 until 4. We are so very proud that our listening audience is huge. We have large numbers of Bibb County residents, but we also have residents outside in those counties, right outside of Bibb County. Ask Elaine is your program. It was set up because we don't have enough opportunities on the regular media to get our information out to our folks. And I have found that not only do we have our black citizens listening to Ask Elaine, but we have many, all kinds of citizens listening too. And we do get calls from a large number of folks in our community. So Ask Elaine is serving the purpose that it was set up to do. First of all, to give you the true facts, and secondly, to give you an opportunity to call in and ask Elaine. Ask us whatever it is that you want to ask us. If we don't know the answer, we'll get the answer for you. Right now, we're focusing on health, the kinds of foods that are very healthy for us and what they do, and also on credit repair. Now, there are 2/3 of the folks in any community who have credit issues. And so we have a specialist in that area who takes questions and gives information on credit repair. So those are the kinds of things that we are trying to do for the community. Knowledge is power. And so that's what Ask Elaine is all about, giving you the knowledge so that you can exercise the power. And we're very, very pleased to have presented that program for almost 2 years now. And we look forward to being there unless they bar the doors and stop taking my money.
Well, Mr. Register said as long as Sarah Hunt and Elaine Lucas pay their bill, they're going to be on the radio.
And we pay our bill.
Right.
We pay the bill.
There
So thank you. Wednesday from 3 to 4, Ask Elaine, 100.5 every week. We hope to have you there listening every Wednesday. And please call in. Thanks.
All right, the number to call in is 646-5858. And you can call in on Wednesdays to ask Elaine, and you can call in on Tuesdays from 10 to 11 to It's Gospel. And you need to know the truth, because the truth will make you free. And we are tired of being bound. You have 2 great programs, and we want you to tune in and support those programs. You need to call the radio station and let them know that you want those 2 programs to stay on air, and that you want the station to help us to stay on the air. They can cut that seat. All right, we have with us from the Board of Elections, Mr. Ronnie Miley from the Bibb County Board of Elections, and he has some information to share with us and something he needs us to help him with. Mr. Miley.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Here's my main purpose here today, and I want everybody to, whether you go online, send out email, however you go about it, on Thursday at 4 o'clock, the Board of Elections, we will be meeting for our regular meeting this coming Thursday at 4 o'clock. The one issue that I'm going to make a request for, and that would be that we have a mandated mandated Saturday election, which will be the 25th of October. I would like for us to make sure and have eyes on the board members, on all of us, because I'm going to introduce and ask that we have a Sunday election. Some jurisdictions, some cities has already decided to have Sunday election. We can do it. There's nothing that can keep us from it except our own Board of Election and our own Board Election Supervisor. The supervisor have no problem with it. The reason that I need everybody there is because we're going to ask that the county commissioners, and we always can depend on certain county commissioners that's always working for us, like Elaine, Lucus. But we want to ask the county commissioner for additional funding for that day, because we don't want to cut back the hours that we have already. We don't want to cut back from 9 to 5 during the early vote. We don't want to cut it back. Some jurisdictions have decided to cut a few hours to keep from having additional funding. Well, it's only thing we requested is a few more dollars for overtime for the people on Sunday. Now think about it. A ready-made ordinance in church on Sunday.
Say it.
The vans are there.
Yes.
We get the ministers to say everybody that haven't voted, load up on the van. We'll take you from the church to the Board of Election. You vote, you bring you back, and think how many additional people we can get for this election. My concern is that we have good candidate. We have a good candidate for governor. We have a good candidate, a great candidate for the Senate. Everything that we need to have happen by making sure the Senate is not taken over by the Republicans. We need to make sure that our needs are met. And the only way we can do that is get our people out to vote. Many people have no idea that an election is taking place. We got to do something. If we put that Sunday vote in there, that Sunday become a weapon that we can use on our behalf to make sure that our people get out and our votes are not suppressed. If you all can see, there's organizations up in the Atlanta area that they're not trying to say practicing voting fraud. They're not practicing voting fraud. They're not registering people that don't need to be registered. If 25 people out of 85,000 people, 25 people sign a false form, that's a small number. That's not voter fraud. That's people falling through the loop that somebody else doing. Let's not have an issue in this state that they're trying to say that people that's trying to register people to vote are doing something wrong. Come down on Thursday, 4 o'clock. Whether you speak or not, if you're looking at us, The more eyes on us, the more we likely to do the right thing. Thank you.
All right, now, we've been saying we need another day other than Saturday. Now, if we can get Sunday voting, then we get all the pastors to get the community, their church, to go vote to make sure everybody in that church first is registered. So on Sunday voting day, they can take them to the poll to vote. Look where we can increase right now we're at 22% of our registered voters voting. What would happen if we moved to 60%? Wouldn't that be powerful? And we got the East Macon precinct, the Garfield precinct, the Hazard precincts. We need to push those to get that voting number up in those precincts. All right, now we got work to do. We've got work to do. Dr. John Swint, Vice Chair of the Democratic Party and Chair of the Educational Committee for National Action Network. If you want to.
Hey, Miss Elaine. Just so glad to be here. I was talking to Miss Lucas just a moment ago about how great the weather's been, cooperated with us. I'm sorry I'm so late getting here. I had to be at a function this morning. We call it the Ironman Health Fair. It's the third annual event we've held, and it's growing by leaps and bounds. But it's called the Ironman not because people are trying to run races. That's what you normally think about when you talk about Ironman. What we're really talking about are men that refuse to go to the doctor. Unless someone's pushing, a family member or a significant other or a good friend pushes them to go to the doctor, most guys just want to stop and go to the MD to get checked up. And prostate cancer is the #1 male killer from the cancer side, at least, and cancer is #2 cause of death in America. There's an organization, of course, that the ladies had for a long, long time, the Cure for Cancer, Susan Coleman group, and they have a pink ribbon. Well, we've gone with the blue ribbon for the Ironman, and we're really the comparable organization, and we really like to think that it's going to springboard from Macon and be a national movement and organization. And I'd say we had 332 people today that went through our screening process. We gave all sorts of free tests. It was a package worth just under $1,000 done by the Medical Center and Virginia College and Macon Tech, and just a lot of fun. We had women come out as well. We also had a fun 1 mile run walk. Most of us walked. And then we had a 3-on-3 basketball. And a lot of fellows seemed to enjoy that. And we had kids as well. I would encourage you next year to keep it in mind. We do a speakers event every 3 months. And we had 4 speakers today, from anything from nutrition and health to, of course, prostate cancer and things of that nature. One guy spoke on diabetes. That's a big concern for a lot of us also. But this is a wonderful venue here in the park at Cameron Square Park, right across from historic Mercer campus. And the weather has just cooperated, and everyone I see here are just top drawer people, quality acts, and leaders in the community. We just need to do more of this and have awareness for the things that we're most concerned about, our own citizens and our health, and getting out the vote. And I see Obamacare people are here, the Affordable Health Care Act. We really need to hammer that. I'm really prayerful that we'll have a new leadership in Georgia in very short order that will encourage and promote the Affordable Health Care Act. There's such a profound need for it, just a profound need for it. Okay, I've said probably enough.
Tell us about the event that's coming up on Monday.
Oh, yes. We're excited. The Democratic Party on Monday night, politically correct, we call it the Macon Government Center. Most of us still know it as Macon City Hall. But at the old City Hall on October 6th, we're having all the Democratic candidates that are statewide office seekers. You know, there are 5 ladies seeking positions as departmental heads across the state. The Lieutenant Governor, our candidate, as Democratic candidate, is a female. And of course, we got Michelle Nunn and Mr. Carter who's the governor. So we've got a slate of some really good folks. Most of them will be here. Sanford Bishop and his representatives will be here. And what we hope to do is just have a meet and greet. And kind of a little surprise, Ms. Lucas was gracious enough to make available space in where they have the school orientations. She's going to make that available to the 5 ladies. Carter and Nunn both have pretty good war chests, but the other 5 ladies are really having a hard time with their campaigns financially. It's just all the money seems to be going to the top end of the ticket. But I really think that by her donating the office space for this next month, that'll be a wonderful thing for them, have a place to kind of hang their hats and to freshen up and have leave their signs and promotional materials and then do food bank activities. Not food bank, this is my mind, but food bank, where everything came from. Do phone bank activities. Phone bank is very important to the campaign. That's a great place to work out of. We've certainly done our share of that in the past, and it's a good thing. But what Elaine is doing is just unheard of. It hadn't happened before, to my knowledge, for anyone to be that generous. And so she's making the school conference room area available to the 5 ladies who are running for statewide office. And what I'm hoping we'll do, and I hadn't really cleared this, so she's hearing this probably for the first time, I'm hoping that we can walk from City Hall, it's just a block away, block and a half perhaps away, and that everyone that's there see where the ladies are going to be based, and perhaps even have our refreshments there rather than have them at City Hall. So that's just a thought. But I do want you to come out if you can. It'll be at 6 o'clock, Monday, October 6th. That's on a Monday at Macon City Hall. And it's just a meet and greet. It's our Red Democratic Party monthly meeting, but included with that is a meet and greet of all the candidates who are running statewide that we can get landed long enough to talk to us. Thank you so much.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can I ask you a question?
Please.
I want to ask you 2 questions. The first one, have you heard of the Quitman 10+2 in Brooks County, Georgia?
No, sir.
Okay, that's number 1. Well, number 2, you know anybody in the Democratic Party that you are acquainted with that knows about what has happened, because they've been in a 4-year struggle with the state of Georgia Secretary of State on alleged voter fraud. And this week, the first one to go to trial for the 3rd time, they acquitted her of all charges, all 30+ charges, not guilty on all of them. And we believe that it is an impediment to the voting process. And we would like for you to Google Boston G.B.R. to find out more about the Quitman 10 and try to pass this on to the state Democrats, because all these people are Democrats, and we are asking a question. The question is, where does the Democratic Party stand in support of these 12 outstanding citizens in Brooks County?
We stand, I think, across the board, no matter where it's at, urban, rural, in between, for the right thing. Injustice is injustice. I get kidded a lot about being a token white in our Democratic Party now. But right's right, wrong's wrong. That's not a color. Right. So it sounds like there's a real problem going on down that way. And I'm not surprised to hear you say that. But we need really to get to the bottom of it.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I'm looking at things happening in Wilkinson County and the injustices that happened there. I know that firsthand. We've got a wonderful candidate, a person as mayor over there. But still, in the driver's seat, needs to stay there. And it's across that way all over the state. We've got friends across the aisle that, I'm going to use the word, I hate to say Republican on the microphone, but they're Republican. We just don't know any better. They've got to get educated, and we've got to stand together as Democrats. This state should be blue. If you look at total numbers, we get everybody registered on Sunday. Registration, which is coming up. There's a lot of people that don't want that. Mostly Republican, I'm told. But we want everybody registered that can be registered, and I think that we will be blue. And that changes it all.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
To the mighty clouds of joy.
We're so happy to have her here with us today.
Greetings, everyone. I'm bringing you greetings from the G.B.R. Democratic Party. I'm so glad to see so many of you out here. We want to remind everybody that but the election is coming up. You got to be registered by October the 6th. Can you hear me now? Yeah, I can hear myself too. Okay. Hello everybody, and greetings from the G.B.R County Democratic Party. So glad to see you out here. Hopefully you've gotten tons and tons of people registered to vote, because this election is very, very important. And if we don't get our folks to the polls and vote, then these Republicans are going to try to impeach our president. They are already making plans to file a lawsuit against him. So if we don't get out and vote the whole entire Democratic ticket, then our president is going to be in more trouble than he's in now. So I'm asking all of you to make a conscientious effort to get everybody you know to get registered and to vote, because this is very, very important election. We have an opportunity to turn Georgia blue. These Republicans are shaking in their boots. Stacey Abrams got them scared. They have registered 87,000 new voters, and only 20,000 of them have gotten their voter registration card. So with this new, well, he's not new because he's done us in with our election, the Secretary of State, with him trying to do everything he can to disenfranchise us, we need to get mad as heck and run to the polls and vote to get rid of him and his Republican cronies. Thanks a lot. See y'all election day.
Thank you, Ms. Powell. So you know everybody's on the same page. So you need to get on the page with us.
Good evening to everyone, and we're happy to be here with Ms. Hunt on this evening. We're just getting it back in from Atlanta ourselves. We were in Atlanta earlier today, and we had heard about that she was going to be down here with the rally. And so we've come to show our support to her today in her efforts, because it's vitally important that we as a race of people understand the fact that the right to vote was something that a lot of people died for.
Amen.
And we have to come to appreciate what a lot of people have struggled for us to have the right to do in this nation, that we will have to be that we will have the right to be represented. And so we just want to encourage our people to continue to go to the polls, and that we would make the effort to attempt to register our people. Because there's no need of complaining if we aren't a part of the process or being a part of the resolution to the problem. And so we just want to encourage National Action Network and others involved in this effort to keep doing what you're doing. Because in our day and age, education is key. Even political education is key to our very survival. So please, ma'am, please, sir, let us continue to make the valiant effort to get all of the knowledge and information out to our people, so that we can continue to go forward, not just as a race, but as a people. Because this is vitally important to us. From your house to the church house to the White House. Therefore, it takes all of us. So please, ma'am, please, sir, let us not forget about the sacrifices that our people have made for us to have the very right and the privilege to vote. God bless you.